Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 29th. We're just going to jump right in here. And in your current general energies, you have this card that says lessons to learn, healing work must be done. And then you have this card that says when you're happy, achieving true independence, only you can save yourself. So it's like, I feel some of you, if you're waiting to be happy about something, clearly you have to make yourself happy. But I don't actually feel too bad about this. So let's see what's going on here. You have the King of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So again, some of you could be upset about a breakup or, some sort of separation or something that's happening in your life. But, so again, if you're worried about love or, if you're worried about a job loss or something like that, I do feel this is saying, you need to be happy before you can have the thing that you want. So definitely something to think about. Again, you have the King of Wands, Three of Swords, Page of Wands. I get something about healing here as well. So some of you could actually be forgiving a past situation that you've already been involved in. The first row here, it can just represent your past position. So, I feel like for some of you, there is something that happened in your past that you're needing to forgive. You have this false person card. I think, again, I always say to me, the Kipper is a little bit more on the negative side of things as far as a deck is concerned. But, what I would say is you've been getting these cards of needing to be careful of a person around you. So, we'll talk about that when we get there. But you start off with the King of Wands. So, again, you're coming up in a very strong position here in this reading. So this is the energy I would embrace. This is the row that I would focus on right here is the Nine of Cups to the Three of Cups. Three of Cups could be teamwork or celebration or happiness coming in for you. And the Nine of Cups is about bathing in an energy of what you want. So this is clearly what needs to happen this week is that, I would start kind of bathing in the energy or, it's kind of giving me more, there's a difference here between the two things that I'm about to say. So, Nine of Cups is like bathing in energy, but I get more act as if, which again, those are to me two different energies because bathing in energy is like if you want abundance, just go be around abundance with the Nine of Cups. But to act as if, I think it's more like visualization and kind of doing activities. I think even I always think of Esther Hicks. She has an activity where she says get $100 bill, put it in your pocket, don't spend it. But every time you go to the store, what you do is you say, I can buy that, I can buy that, I can buy that, I can buy that. It's you start looking at all the things you could buy because you have the $100 bill in your pocket. And, I think it's one of my favorite exercises. So, definitely a good way to act as if you already have something that you want. Good way to brainwash yourself as well. You have the Three of Swords, definitely some sort of heartbreaking situation I feel for some of you. That you could be having, or, again, for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that's already happened and you could be worrying about it. It's if you had a breakup in the past that was difficult and you're in a new connection, I kind of have that worry popping into my head. So for some of you, maybe you need to make peace with the past, or maybe you just need to, kind of work on those things that make you feel like, you're going to have a repeat or whatever. I would let those, I'm not saying they're insecurities, but they kind of are. They could be concerns or worries. You have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is about a new adventure. It is interesting. You go Page of Wands to the Nine of Cups to this Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. And so for a lot of you, I do feel like you're learning how to be fulfilled on your own here. Which is probably a good thing. I do get a sense of independence from this reading. And, when we get to that point, when we don't need other people, then, that's where we become truly successful. So, let's see here. With the King of Wands, you have the Page of Cups, new love coming in for you. It's the second, I literally feel the second you're happy on your own, where you truly don't need someone else, then that is the second that someone is going to show up in your life. And obviously it's not going to happen in a second, but I'm just saying, it's going to happen very quickly. And so I do feel like there could be new love, something very fulfilling if it wants to focus coming in for you. Definitely could be a water sign coming in for you. You have Page of Cups twice here in this reading. So, it could be a water sign, could also be an air sign. I think you get water and air every single reading that I do. You have water, air right here. So take it how it resonates. With the Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. Again, I knew this was something that already happened. It's like left you guarded. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's almost like you're entering into this reading in this position. And again, it doesn't even have to be love. This could just be something that hurt you in the past. And I feel it's something that needs to be healed. Or again, you have that lessons to be learned card, but it's more like I see you needing to see the lesson that you learned. I don't think it's like you already learned it. With the Page of Wands, here you go. You have the Page of Pentacles. Now you have every single page in this reading, so a lot of learning going on. The pages can all represent learning something new. They can also represent messages, so there could be a lot of communication going on for you this week, but also could just represent a new person or a new connection that's coming in for you here. So pretty interesting. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this cosmic egg. It says, what you've been waiting for is ready to be. Your patience is about to be rewarded. Love it. You have this dream catcher. It says, pay attention to the signs, messages, and guidance that come to you at night. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I've just noticed, like, for the past couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of messages for people about messages coming in through like dreams, daydreams, night dreams. When you're just kind of like staring out the window, not thinking about anything. It's like those are the moments I would pay attention to here, because you could be getting some intuitive messages. You have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Again, I feel like this is the energy that you need to get away from, is the Four of Cups. I also feel like something needs to be mixed together. I always say, the Four of Cups can be a card kind of a disappointment, and it can, to me, there are the four cups normally, or there's three cups and then one cup coming out of a cloud. And I always say with the Four Cups, it's like he has actually manifested those cups. He has manifested something he wants. But it's like if he's trying to manifest a cake, he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, all the ingredients. He just needs to mix it together. So sometimes I feel with the Four Cups, it doesn't represent grass is greener. Sometimes it does, obviously. But I'm saying in this situation, I feel like it's saying you have everything in front of you, but maybe you need to put it together in a different order. You have the Nine of Cups here, which is like wish fulfillment. So I do feel like there is or will be a lot of wish fulfillment coming in for you here. I feel like there's some sort of wish coming true. It's like something very fulfilling, something that will make you happy. So I definitely like to see that. And again, I would practice any act as if energy that you can. You have the Page of Cups here, definitely could be love. So, it could be a water sign, could be any sign. You have all four pages. So if you're looking for love, definitely you might have a lot of admirers, or you could just be finding that you're, if you go out, maybe you're getting a lot of attention, or maybe you're just getting a lot of attention in general. So let's see where this is going for you. With the Four Cups, you have the Justice card. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're hoping for justice in a situation, or maybe, I kind of feel there was more of an injustice with that Three of Swords and Nine of Wands. It's like something not right happened. And it does not have to be love. It could be in work or business. It could be anything. I have like a million things popping into my head. And I feel like this is saying, like, keep moving forward. The universe will make things right. And, I'm not even getting any traditional, like, justice other than the universe making things right for you. I'm not getting any of the traditional justice stuff. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about turning one thing into another as well. It is a card of alchemy. So only you can control your situation. Temperance is you can turn a negative into a positive. You can also turn a positive into a negative. So, the choice is yours. You have to use your powers of manifestation, but also, other things as well, acting as if. With the Page of Cups, you have the Judgment card. Yeah, interesting. There could be, you could be receiving judgment here. Justice and judgment, that could be you receiving, the universe could be kind of blessing you with something because of whatever you've been through. I get a lot here. I also feel some of you, it's like you could be waking up to a new direction. The Page of Cups normally has that cup, and there's normally a fish in the cup, and that fish kind of represents something that he is maybe dreaming about or imagining, some sort of future goal, wish, or dream. And that Judgment card is literally saying this could be like divinely guided. I do kind of feel that Judgment here is saying that you're awakening to like some sort of calling in your life, or for some of you, I feel like this has to do with your voice. It has to do with how you talk about yourself, but also how you share your voice in the world. It doesn't matter how big or how small that is, by the way. I feel this could be one of those things where you could be sharing your voice with a lot of people. You could just be sharing your voice with one person. It doesn't matter. But those words are popping into my head that the way you share your voice, the way you talk could be changing. Very interesting. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this poverty card and this false person card. You've been getting something about a weird person, false person in your readings. So I would definitely pay attention to that, Leo. It could be a person, in work or business. It could also just be a person in that's around you in some way. I would be careful of it. I feel like the poverty card is saying, by the way, that this is how you will know who this person is. I feel like they have a poverty mindset as well. I think that when you talk to them, maybe the things they say are very lack mentality, and so I would pay attention to that, because this person, I'm not saying, I don't think they're doing anything to you. I think that just having them in your energy or in your business, or maybe you work with this person and you need to put up certain boundaries to protect yourself from this person. It's like I would be very careful. Like I said, I don't think they're going to do anything to you. I think it's just the energy, being around their energy that could cause some problems. So definitely something I would think about. But again, I think they have a very lack mindset. So, if you're wondering, like, who is this person? I would say that they have a very lack mindset. The interesting thing is they might actually talk a lot about, like, abundance and things like that as well. Or they might have certain moments where they talk about abundance. But I think when you get to, like, the essence of this person, I feel you will see a very kind of like selfish, type of energy. And, I would be careful of that. You have the 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups here. It's interesting that you have the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, which would be something you've walked away from. So again, if this is like a past person, I feel like they are still the same. It's interesting that I said, they might talk about abundance. So again, it might be a person who has just learned how to cover up their lack mindset, So if this is like a past person, that might be coming back and saying, oh, I've learned my lessons, blah, blah, blah. But no, they haven't. And, I would just be careful of that with the 8 of Cups for sure. You have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords says something is dead, done, over with, and it's time to move on. So again, if this is a past person, I would be very careful. I feel like this person, I have the word like funnel popping into my head. It's like, I almost see like a funnel, it's like this person is trying to get you to like funnel, it's like, if you've ever seen like a funnel, like trap, right? Sometimes there are like traps that are like a funnel where the farther you go down, the more trapped you are. I don't know. It's such a weird message, but that's like the message I'm getting here. Is like someone is trying to almost like trap you into a corner or something like that. And, I would be careful of that. So, again, I don't like delivering messages like this. I always say that, to me, tarot is not meant to scare you. It's meant to be loose guidance at best, right? But also, if I see something, I'm going to say it. And, I feel this, and the best thing you can do, I feel, is number one, if this is like a person, who's gossiping at work, the best thing you could do is not get into the gossip. I also feel there could be a person who's just asking too many questions. Maybe they're asking too much about your relationship, or they're asking too many questions about your business, or whatever. I would be cautious around those people. As I always say, I don't think we need to be paranoid, but, I would just, maybe don't share too much, right? Let's put it that way. You have the 3 of Cups here. So, I feel like there could be a celebration coming in for you, just in general. I also feel like this is like, he looks pretty happy, the guy in the middle there. So I feel like there are some people who are close to you who can almost insulate you. And I definitely feel that's like a good idea. I feel like you need to insulate yourself at this time, especially in business. It's like maybe you need to add a layer between you and people you deal with or something like that. Or if there's toxic people, maybe you need to kind of like add a layer between you and them. I'm definitely getting that. If this is love, could be a person who put you in a third party. Yeah, with the 8 of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. I do feel like there is good love coming in for you, but, I think it's going to come through walking away from something from the past. With the 10 of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. There you go. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Traditionally, there's a castle that's crumbling in the back of the Ace of Wands, and again, it just represents out with the old, in with the new. So I would be focusing on new connections, new people, new situations, new. With the 3 of Cups, you have the Queen of Wands. Yep, love it. This is divine counterparts right here. You have the King and Queen of Wands, and I literally said at the beginning of the reading, focus on this diagonal right here. This should be what you do. And so I feel if there's a new person coming in, I feel like they very clearly, it's like they're open. And I also feel like they don't have a lack mentality. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're getting, it's like if you're having a choice between two people here. One person, I feel it has poverty mindset. The other person has, abundance mindset. I'm not even talking about money, by the way, just only money. I'm talking about, the things that they do. There's the poverty mindset where people think like competition, greed, envy, all those things. That's poverty mindset. Someone who is much more open and abundant could be coming in for you. And that's obviously the direction that I would be going in here. You also have two aces. I didn't even notice. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Two aces to me is a yes to any question that I haven't answered. At the end here for the good stuff, doesn't matter what shows up here, it's going to be good no matter what. You have this Lion card, says strength and success. You have this Coins card, it says luck and money. So I feel like there is a lot of luck around money for you here. And I think it's because of your patience. Like, you've been working on things and, you could be sharing your voice, like I said earlier, and that could be the thing that's increasing your finances. You have the Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Again, doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be good no matter what. So you have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like you could be coming out of poverty, or you might not even be in poverty, but maybe, it's always nice to make more money. So I feel with the Five of Pentacles that you are increasing your resources. Or you could just be doing things that do increase your resources. And, that's kind of how I feel about this Five of Pentacles. I also do feel, again, I can't get away from, it's like sometimes I think certain things trigger us in life. And, it's like maybe you have a person in your life who's like always talking down or, again, has the poverty mindset. It might not even be that big of a deal. But Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses, right? So I feel for some of you, it's like you could be seeing a person who always is like just talking about their problems or their issues or whatever. It's like maybe they're a friend, but also maybe you're putting up boundaries because you're like, I can't be around this anymore. Nine of Cups says we have to bathe in the energy of what we want. So if we're always spending time with a person who's always miserable or doesn't think abundantly, that is not a good person for us to be around. And so again, some of you, I feel like you could be seeing that, and it's like, I'm not saying you're cutting this person out, but you might just be putting up boundaries, or you might be telling them like, if you're going to be just talking about all your problems all the time, I do not want to hear from you, plain and simple. You want to talk about good stuff? Great. And, again, I think there's nothing wrong with that. You have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is normally a card of holding on to things too tightly, but I feel like you're just creating abundance. I feel like you're creating more stability in your life, and obviously that's going to make you more successful. You have the Page of Swords here. Page of Swords, like being a detective, and again, some of you, it's almost like, remember what I said at the beginning of the reading about looking into your lessons? I feel like you've already learned the lessons, but we can learn a lesson, but if we don't like put into practice what we learned, then we didn't learn the lesson. And so I feel for some of you, it's like you could be actually looking at what you learned and then not repeating mistakes. And the Page of Swords is a great card for like being a detective and paying attention to the things you need to pay attention to. With the Page of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Again, I feel like you have two great cards. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. It's like maybe part of the lesson you've learned is like who you can work with, who you can't work with, who you can trust, who you can't trust. I feel like you've had some lessons in regards to people, people disappointing you in business or career mostly. But again, take it how it resonates. It could just be gossip, right? People where you share things and that get back to you, basically, where you share something, you tell them something, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking about it, that type of deal. So it's like you've learned who you can trust and who you can't trust. I feel like maybe recently you've made a mistake. Maybe you don't know you've made a mistake. Again, I don't like putting these messages out there, but again, you could be finding out that a person is false, that have met recently or something like that. And again, I feel like this is light bulb moment should be going off, and you should be saying, oh, I know what I learned from these past lessons. And it's funny because you have that achieving true independence where it's like sometimes I think we overcorrect, right? Where if people disappoint us too much, we become independent, right? I'm sure you've all seen it. There are tons of comments on my videos of people that love to tell me how independent they are while they're, crying into a pillow every single night about how lonely they are. That's not true independence. Like being truly independent is not blocking people out of your life. Being truly independent is knowing who you can and can't allow into your life. And you have that true independence card. So I feel like you're becoming truly independent. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is amazing, definitely increasing your finances, like I said. I feel like this has been coming up for you for a while. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me if since the last set of eclipses last year, actually, is what I'm talking about, maybe you had some financial challenges. And it's like I feel like you're improving your finances with this Ten of Pentacles in a lot of ways. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Devil. Again, this is a good thing because it's showing up in the good stuff, and I feel like you're removing any people or things that are toxic in your life. So, definitely like where this is going here, Leo. But let's see. We're going to pull 5 main themes. You have this mountain. It says major obstacle, major challenge to overcome. I feel like you have kind of overcome a challenge here. And again, it could be a person. I'm going to pull an extra card. You have this card that says a two-faced person. I didn't even see it until just then. So, again, I would be careful of, any people that you feel like are two-faced. Again, I don't like delivering these messages, but again, I can't, make something up. So when I feel that this could be happening, so I would be careful. And again, I think all you have to do, if you're like, number one, I wouldn't worry about it. That's like the worst thing you can do. I think the best thing you can do is to, again, look at their mindset. Like, what is this? What are people's true mindset around you? And I would start looking at the words that they use and the things that they do. And I would be careful. You have this lightning card. I pulled an extra card. It says control your anger or you will be sorry. Yeah, definitely time to control yourself. You have this arrow card. It says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yeah, I feel like business, money, definitely going in the right direction. You literally have this money path card. It says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So, there you go. I feel like this could have to do with sharing your voice. I keep getting these words, sharing your voice, right? And I feel like you need to be careful of, like, let's say you have a business, of like putting other people on a pedestal in the business. I feel like it's all about you. And I mean that in a good way. For others, you could just want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast or something where you share your voice, or you could be like a singer or something like that, right? And I feel like this is saying, share your voice. Maybe you're a writer. Same thing, I would start sharing your voice. That could be the thing that brings money. You have this egg card. It says success assured with good plans and hard work. Yes, there's a lot of success coming in for you here. We see that financially. I would just be careful. I would be paying attention to people's actions, right? But other than that, looks good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.